Hi everybody, welcome to the channel again. Today we'll be doing some art fight prep, or at least talking about art fight prep. I'm sure you've seen plenty of these videos by now. I know I have. And everyone seems to know what they're doing. Not me. The last time I joined art fight was when I was, like 15? So like 7 years ago. So I am pretty much out of the loop. For those of you that don't know what art fight is and just click this video for funsies, art fight is basically this thing that happens once a year where artists build community and meet new people and have fun attacking each other with art. Attacks are basically when you draw someone's character, and if they're on the opposing team, you get points for your team, and if they're on the same team, I think you still get points, but it's less points because it's friendly fire. You also get more or less points depending on how complicated the art piece is. Like a headshot sketch, for example, is not going to be worth the same amount of points as a fully rendered full body. But that's basically all I can tell you. I pretty much just got here. Like I was saying, I'm very out of the loop. It's been a long time. That might not be the best explanation, but it's the best one I got, and I want to puff up this video a little bit. But from what I've been able to gather, you should have some refs ready for people to draw. You should look for characters that you want to draw in advance, as in save them or something for when the event actually starts, not actually draw them in advance. I know that's against the rules. And maybe customize your page a little more. I don't know how ambitious I am to customize my page. I can tell you I never did that before. I didn't even know it was a thing back then. But I did get some refs ready. It's currently the beginning of June as I talk, but I got some refs ready, I want to say like a month ago. I designed myself an LPS mascot, which I'll start to play right now, the speedpaint, as well as a Fursona as like a counterpart to my persona. But anyway, talking about the LPS mascot, basically the lore behind it is that my original mascot was LPS 74, not for any specific reason besides I picked it when I was like 9 and gave it a southern accent, and it was like my favorite. In my head, it doesn't really have a southern accent anymore. I don't know why I did that. I just figured I'd be loyal to my younger self because I couldn't think of a better one. But I saw someone draw the G7 wolf with the star patch over the eye and green eyes, and I connected with the actual color palette more because I have green eyes and green is in like all my persona designs because my Sona is an alien if you haven't seen anything about her from my other videos. And the star is obviously related to that because of the whole space aesthetic. So I sort of combined those two designs and made Frank here. I also gave her a ponytail because I really love those sitting cats with the same head mold and the tuft of hair on the top like the ponytail. I know those ones are pretty controversial, like a lot of people don't like the ponytails, but I really like the ponytails. So I wanted to include that in my design for Frank. Over on the side, I had some hat designs, partially because LPS 74 came with that striped beanie, and that's kind of iconically what she wears, and well, I say iconically as if she's popular. She's not. She's just iconic to me, I guess. But that's what she always wore when I was 9. Since then, I have her either wear the hat or like this pink bow that I have. But it's kind of a staple with her design, so I thought I'd implement that. Plus, add another hat that I thought went with Frank's design specifically more, like with the flaps down the side. Like those furry hats with the flaps down the side. I don't remember what they're called, but you'll recognize it when you see it. Honestly, I like the bows way better than the hats, but I think she turned out pretty cute. Oh, and her name is based off a nickname I had when I was younger that I completely forgot about until I started drawing her. On another note, I actually made an LPS custom of her, which I'm super proud of. I'll put her on the screen right now. I'm not quite perfect at color matching, and there's some things I'd do different, but you know what? For someone that doesn't really customize, or hasn't for a long time, I'm pretty happy. I know that has nothing to do with art fight, but I am talking about the character, so I'm gonna talk about the custom. Anywho, here's the final ref. Moving on to my Fursona design, you might immediately have some questions. Number 1, why is there no speed paint? Well, I didn't film one. I don't remember if I forgot or if I was just concerned about the doll anatomy. I think I was concerned about the doll anatomy because like I didn't know if I could post that anywhere, like what platforms are gonna get crazy about a butt crack. And just for those that don't know, doll anatomy is basically like nudity but without the explicit parts. Imagine taking a Barbie doll's clothes off and there's not really anything there, but like there's just the general shapes. So just to be sure, even with the finished image, I scribbled it out, which honestly implies that there's more nudity than there actually is. Like there's no actual parts drawn or anything. Your second question might be, why is the worst Crossy Road footage I've ever seen playing on the side? Well, that's because I expect everyone who watches anything I make to be brain rotted by default. That isn't me trying to be mean to my audience. I'm just saying in general on the internet, that's just how things are. And I'm going to assume you need some entertainment. Okay, so the design. I wanted there to be some sort of similarities between my persona and my Fursona, but I didn't want them to look like some sort of species swap with the same character. I wanted her to follow the same theme, but still be distinct in her own way. So I made her haircut look like my hair, shorter in the front, longer in the back, curly. And I made her antennas different than my persona currently is, with star antennas. I'm also thinking of adding an alternate version where she just has like the normal rounded end antennas, because I like the stereotypical antennas too. As for species, she's a monkey cat alien, which is a little overcomplicated, but I was really into the idea of making my Fursona a monkey, but I also wanted to tie in some traits of my persona, which is mostly just human alien looking, but has some traits of a cat. Or at least she used to have paws on her feet or whatever, but now it's basically just a cat nose, and like if you lift her hair, there's like baby kitten ears. In terms of shape and lines and whatever, the only stuff that really carries over that's sort of cat-like is the nose, and maybe the tail is fluffier than the average monkey's. But I've also seen monkeys drawn with noses like that and fluffy tails and whatever, so there's nothing about it that seemed distinctly cat-like. At that point, it was basically a monkey alien that I was saying was a little bit cat. Though to make that more clear, I decided to add some wildcat spots, and to make it more related to space, I sprinkled some sparkles and stars in there. With personas, I usually like to have simple designs just because they're easier to draw, but I figured at least for one of my sonas, I can make it a little more complex. I also made this reference sheet with a bunch of alternate hairstyles to choose from, just so people could be a little more creative with her if they wanted to. I definitely prefer the hairstyles with the hair down, but I'm fine with people playing with it. Now that I've showcased some of the ref sheets I put together for this year's art fight, I'm just going to go over some of my plans. And long story short, my plans are pretty casual. I have a habit of overcommitting at times, and considering that I've done a lot of free art lately to develop some commission examples, and I'm pretty busy with commissions and a comic I'm making, I'm not going to bite off more than I can chew and then be disappointed in myself when I don't do a ton during art fight. So I'm going to take it slow and do whatever feels fun. I know a lot of people make it a priority. Oh my god. I know a lot of people make it a priority to do long revenge chains and do a revenge for every single person that attacks them. But for me, I'm going to specifically prioritize designs that I like, period. Maybe that seems selfish to some people, but I want this to be a fun experience, not one where I feel obligated to attack people that attack me. Not that I think people are going to attack me much, really. It's just if that were to happen, I won't do revenges just because other people do. I'm also going to do more simple pieces, I guess, pieces that I can finish faster than, let's say, a super highly rendered, highly detailed piece, because one of the goals I actually have for myself is to be able to draw characters a lot faster, because I'm working on my comic script now, but eventually, when I actually get to drawing, I don't want to agonize over every tiny little detail like I tend to do. Because I'm being so serious, if it wasn't for the Clip Studio Paint speed paint feature, I would not be able to film speed paints, because most of the time I just have to cut out long periods of just staring and doing nothing. Like, I just kind of get lost zooming in on all these tiny little details that don't need much attention. So I'm trying to have more confidence in my process, I suppose. And I think doing simpler pieces, faster pieces will help me practice that. I also think Art Fight will be a good opportunity to practice with my style a little bit, try new things that I haven't tried before with zero pressure. Because obviously I want people to like what I give them. I have confidence that I can make a good piece. It's just, I think events like this are a good opportunity to try new things, so I'll be doing a lot of that, I'm sure. I almost feel out of place making a video about preparing for Artfight as someone that's taking it a casual way, because most videos I see about Artfight generally take it pretty seriously and have really ambitious goals for themselves, and that's great. I know people are really excited about it. I know I'm pretty new to the scene, so who knows, maybe I'll get swept up in the excitement a little more when it actually happens. But I figured in a way it would be valuable to make a video on it, even if my approach is going to be more casual, because especially growing up, but even now, I think I see people with all these ambitious goals, and my natural inclination is to also take that approach, and then if I don't keep up with them, I feel bad about myself. Or even if I don't have a ton of people to compare myself to, I think I take stuff like this way too seriously when I should just kind of lean back, relax, and have some fun. So I guess I'm just like practicing having fun. That sounds really weird, but like, I'm just like that. I don't know. I want to treat myself more like a human and take it slow, because I've learned the same lesson several times over and over again, that if I stretch myself too thin and want to get the maximum output out of every single area of my life, I'll get burnt out, and then if I get burnt out, I'll make less progress over time. That got really personal for a second there, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of people out there that are also pretty hard on themselves. But one of my main goals with my art is to connect with people, and to connect with people, you gotta be a little vulnerable sometimes, so person to person, probably artist to artist, if you're gonna participate in Artfight this year, take it slow, have fun, prioritize your well-being, and just, I don't know, have a good time. If you're an avid art fighter, please do leave some advice in the comments for me and anyone else that might be curious. I would really appreciate it a lot. Or also tell me what your plans are this year. I kind of like to see what people's goals are. If you like any of the characters I went over in this video, my new designs that I'm listing on Artfight, and you want to bookmark them, I'll link my Artfight in the description below if you want to check those out. As for me, I draw a lot of anthros, furries, LPS, chibis, cute stuff like that. I can also draw humans and humanoids, I just don't do it as often these days. So if you have characters related to that, I'd love to check them out. I don't have many characters bookmarked right now, so it would be nice to have more bookmarks for when the event actually starts, so I have more to pick from. Anyways, yeah, that's all I really have to say about my lazy Artfight prep this year. I hope you all have a great Artfight, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.